mute. Hello randomites and welcome to the Random Hour with your host Chris Random. Today we're back again in what remains of Edith Finch. So many times I had to cut off and then come back and cut off and come back, but I'm back. For how long? I don't know. But let's get back into this, shall we?
It's at least not very hard. Before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her. We don't need a stepmom, were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power, but all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam.
Okay.
But I didn't. Until we found you.
So, how did he die? I mean, they all died, but...
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus. My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
What's up?
beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Yo, what's good? Your mic is muted, insane.
Oh, come on! I'm on stream and my mic was muted. I even did a mic check. It's a good thing no one was on. So you good for today's session, or?
Yeah.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Yo, my face, like, the side of, like, my fucking mouth. We went to the dentist today to get a tooth pulled so I can get braces. So to put, like, this numbing shit on my teeth. Now I can barely, like, I can't really control one side of my mouth all that much.
Oh, I know what that crap's like.
But they did put me on the gas, so that was fun.
They frickin' Auschwitted you.
Yes, I did. And I enjoyed it quite thoroughly.
You enjoyed it quite thoroughly.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
So I've been trying to play this game all day.
Then she sealed the doors.
But I've been...
Trying? What do you mean
Yes. But I constantly get called out to do something or something else or something or something or something or something. So I'm hoping to get this game done by the time the campaign starts at 8. Are you going to be available for the campaign?
I think he explained himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone was hoping to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Ka-chow! But yeah, so the campaign will be at 8, and it's Victorian Tales, so you get to play your Goliath that needs a wig. Unless you want to create a new character, which, since it's been a while, I will allow that.
I'm going to keep my bald rogue beast.
That part of him lived on.
I need, so, I can't find where I make the channels in SFW, right?
NSW. Yeah, I don't know either. Like, they changed the frickin' rules.
As Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation.
If things were already
As
in
I see it, the couple
SFW, then
began
they
in
stay in
January,
SFW, but you can't change
shortly
it.
after we convinced your
Yeah,
son to
it's
seek
so
treatment
frickin'
for
different. I
substance
don't know
abuse.
how to do it anymore.
Newly sober,
Did,
I
you
believe
talk-
Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
I haven't been able to get a hold of Drag.
Give me the fish! Chop the fish head! I'm chopping
But
fish
he withdrew
heads!
part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior.
Jump them fit out!
His mind began to wander.
Alright, so, you know that
I asked him to describe
new
it.
person on that, thing?
Yeah.
That's
He
one of
said he
my,
started
friends from
small.
school.
Alright.
Imagining a labyrinth.
She's pretty lit.
That's good. Kitty cat?
Yeah. Name's Kelly.
I'm playing a minigame within a freaking Surgeon Simulator minigame.
Did you see what I nicknamed her?
He'd feel his way about.
Kitty cat?
No, I nicknamed her, Friendly Neighborhood Weeaboo.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
Why am I not loading? There we go.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
Oh my god.
I worried about him then,
1v4.
daydreaming at the cannery.
No, 1v5.
I spoke with his boss.
It's Anna, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I never
He
left.
said Lewis had become a model
I was just
employee.
making sure my thing didn't spaz out or
Methodical,
something.
tireless, focused,
And his arm's gonna get chopped
like a
off.
whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Give me fish!
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Doggo!
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play.
This is
Talked
kind of
about starting
creepy.
a band.
What?
And he
This
was
guy
always
just
humming
gets a bunch of musicians following him.
Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Oh, my stomach
Why they got
hurts.
fish people?
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won.
Like a freaking
They begged him
Mario.
to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis.
Why are people killing me?
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In
Fish!
Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Yes, the toxic man left
handsome
the game.
queen
What the? The sea is now colorful.
The Queen was on her own quest for radiant rainbows.
Alrighty. Cool, choose your own adventure game.
It's a 1v4.
I'm going through rainbows!
He followed the sound of her electric sitar.
I do not want to move right now. You guys look. I'm literally sitting face to face with the wild and highly venomous.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun.
I
and west
actually,
of the moon.
stopped my bike on a Diamondback one time.
What?
Even then, his logic
Yeah,
remained
so I was,
sound.
mountain biking, right?
Yeah.
And this guy, he was just letting his dogs run
He
around
knew
like
the
a total
world was
idiot
all
on the
in
trail
his
above me.
imagination.
And I came down onto my trail, so I slammed on my brakes to stop. So I went to hit the dog. I look down and there's just a fucking rattlesnake under my tire. Scariest experience of my
But he
life
was
right
so
there.
proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
God. Eventually, he's gonna cut his hand off.
For someone who'd never known success
This
in
guy
the
named
real world,
Lewis.
I think it was overwhelming.
It's gonna happen.
And then it struck him.
Well, welcome to the
that the real
stream.
Lewis was not the one chopping sand, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Yeah, welcome to the stream party.
Oh yeah, you are on stream. Cool.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
Dark, I told you I was on stream.
Shut up, I forgot about it.
Okay,
Naughty.
did he lose his finger? Please tell me he lost his finger or something.
Began
Full
to
on
forget the world
cannabis.
we know.
Oh, that's what it is, because he had frickin' weed.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Got him.
Frickin' lost his mind. He lost his mind. He lost his mind.
I still thought I could save him.
Ah!
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
He frickin' threw a
palace would be packed with
went
his
through a window.
companions.
He killed himself.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him.
Short skirts.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
Wait, that's a chopping block.
There was only one thing left to do.
Execution. They're all so
Bend
happy.
down his head.
Bend down his head onto the chopping block. Oh, it's a guillotine. Hey, off
The
with
rest
his
I
head.
think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
He committed suicide.
What are you watching?
I'm playing What Remains of Edith Finch. The guy named
My brother
Lewis
was
got
really
so
cool.
high
I wish
that he
he could've met
committed suicide by putting his head in the frickin' salmon head chopper
What an ass. What an idiot.
because he was super high.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
He died a lot. Yeah, I would see why he would die a lot. Because he's kinda dead. You
On the way
know.
back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
It seems like everyone committed suicide in this.
I wish we'd stayed.
So much cat food.
But I
So much
understand
freaking cat food.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What
Yeah,
happened that
so
night had been
much
coming
cat.
for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
I remember when the scariest one was the frickin' Barbara where the frickin' monsters killed her.
But it had to end one way or another.
The child actress.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Oh, this is Edith. Feather.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hall.
Alcohol.
Why don't you go?
The frickin' granny was an alcoholic.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Bugs up there.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
Dead people.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
The night I was born.
That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle.
You're trying to watch a porn and play Siege is so hard to do.
Yeah, I would
Lowest
assume it
tide
is.
In 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. No, I've seen that house every day of my life.
I'm playing as the granny now.
But I never thought I'd go back to it.
You know, the alcoholic granny.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
everyone's so sweaty and casual now?
I don't know.
Like,
I started seeing
It's a deer. Skirt.
things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Old lady powers. I was a frickin'
Things
frog
I
earlier
can't
that killed a
explain,
child.
But that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go. I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
I didn't
Next
expect her to
morning,
look
the
like
van came
that.
to pick her up.
No.
And she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
Ooh, I get to do the
We
hand
both
wave
tried to make the
thing.
best of it.
We totally not depressed,
A
child.
few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty
So-
quickly.
There's this guy that told me you go
She got
to
better
channel
for a
settings,
while.
but he had like somehow pulled up channel settings while he was still on one of the channels. So I don't know.
What? Oh, her mother
There's
died
lots
of
of
cancer.
The last Finch left alive.
And all of her relatives are dead.
Until I found out about you.
And the child that she's going to bear.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this.
And she's 17 years old.
If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
What's the frickin'...
This journal was supposed to be for you.
Where... What the frickin'... Where
But
am
I
I?
hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself.
Why is it super purple and there's just a
I guess if you're reading
frickin'
this
pulsating frickin' oval?
now, things didn't work out that way.
It's a really, really fast heartbeat. What the frick? Okay.
This is where your story begins.
Oh, I was born.
I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Okay. Oh, her mother died in 2017. Oh, he. Okay, so... what? Giant sparrow. (1948 to 2013). It's a bunch of pictures of when they were little. Aw, some of these pictures are really cute. Is there a way I can... So I didn't get Odin or Sven. Or, yeah, I got everybody but Odin. So what happens after the cutscenes? But that's what remains of Edith Finch. That was a lot shorter than I figured it would be, but considering that I had constantly had to go in and out, made it a lot longer. Don't do drugs. I don't. Is there some message I'm supposed to get? Maybe? Don't be dumb? Is that what it is? Just don't be dumb? I mean, that's what my father raised me. That was his, like, golden quote. Don't be dumb. Simple as that. Did you learn anything from this, Dark? Oh yeah, I forgot. He's beating his meat. I don't think I ever should need to say that on a stream. Dark. And there's the freaking frog. Peachy. I have no idea how long this is. Oh, it's got a little PlayStation button! Controller! Already said. The end. But what about Odin?
No one cares about Odin.
But he was the original. He was the OG. Well, that was What Remains of Edith Finch. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time on the Random Hour with your host, Chris Random. Hopefully next time, it won't be as convoluted as that was. But, adios! Now I gotta turn it off.